Black history is a remarkable and integral part of American history. Enslaved people built this country's first earliest infrastructure and produced lucrative commodities such as cotton and tobacco. Without black history, there would be no American history. Africans arrived on the shores of the 13 colonies against their will, in bonds, stolen from their land and their families, stripped of their names and history, but they brought with them useful skills that the early colonists needed to survive. So without black history, there would be no American history, despite what they tell you in the history books. They may have been slaves, but they were skilled farmers. They were skilled herders. They were skilled blacksmiths. They were skilled warriors. They brought with them their culture, their language, their skills, and they made this country what it is today. Without black history, there would be no gospel music as we know it today. Without black history, there would be no rhythm and blues. There would be no R&B. There would be no jazz. There would even be no hip hop. This music was birthed out of a place of pain. So without black history, there would be no American history. We may have been last, but certainly we were not least. When we look at that idiom or that metaphor, last means position or space in time. Like the last one in line, the last one to get noticed. But it said when you look at the word least, it means it is in reference to quantity or importance. And see, God began to tell me that you may have been last, but you're certainly not the least. In other words, what God was saying in the text is that sometimes God saves the best for last. Because see, they did the most work. They had the most productivity. And here's the thing, sometimes God will save you for last because he needs you to fight a bigger fight. He needs you to fight the fight that the ones that got up late can't fight. There are certain things in ancient times when they would send the armies out to war, and when they would gather on the battlefield, they didn't send the elite out first. They sent out the weak men first because they wanted to thin the lines. They wanted to thin the enemy's army, so they sent out the less skilled first. And after the less skilled, they sent out someone that were more skilled than them. But when they got down to the last men, these men were the elite of the elite. They might have been last, but they certainly were not least. When we look at different events and award shows, you know, what they do is when they call out the winners, they first call out the third runner-up, which is first. Then they call out the second runner-up, which is second. But how the one that won ended up last? So I come to tell you that God is saving you. Why? Because you are the cream of the crop. It's not that God is saving you because something is wrong with you or you don't deserve it. God's saving you last because he's saving the best for last. Stop getting upset. Stop getting mad. If they push you down, if they push you back, don't worry about it. It just means that you are the best. It just means that God is saving you to fight a fight that they can't fight. He might give them the position, but God gives you the mission.